Casey Misowa. Welcome to the Tempest Universe. And Manny, today's special, robbing with fried rice.
China.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
It's China to me, China.
Army officers say the missile, found sometime last week, has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside.
China.
This is the Tempest Universe, man. Hold on to your ass. You're in for a hell of a ride.
That's right. Welcome to the Tempest Universe. I haven't been here. I skipped last week. Yeah, no, listen. I've had some illness going on, but besides that, let's talk about UFOs. Let's talk about the government and UFOs. What the hell's going on? What is the problem? What is it you don't understand, government? This is why I haven't been here. This is why I've been so I don't want to talk about it. I didn't want to do a podcast about it. There was a Wall Street Journal article that's pointing fingers at everybody, just ugly as hell. But it reminded me of that one Chihuahua that, that dog. It doesn't have to be a Chihuahua. It could be any other kind of dog. But the one that you would walk by and all of a sudden it starts chasing his own tail. That's ufology for you. It literally, it's back, full force, sniffing its own ass, trying to bite his own tail to get answers, and this is what's happening. I don't understand. It's frustrating. The good thing is that hopefully by the middle of January, I'll have a whole setup completed so we can get these podcast episodes done and YouTube episodes, get them all going again. And then we can have a real conversation with other people, not just me. We pick other fucking people to come on here and give us their take on this, because I'm telling you, history is repeating itself when it comes to the government intervention in so-called disclosure. And things are getting crazy. Just the other day I posted something how, there's a lot of fraud going on too when it comes to this. There's a lot of people who are faking the funk to get money out of folks that love ufology. What can you do? We're victims of everything, of everywhere, all the time. I mean, you're not safe at all doing anything. So why not run around in circles chasing your ass? Get ufology. Why not do that? You might as well. It makes you completely oblivious to what's going on around you. And you don't have to worry about stuff because you'll never get an answer. You're not going to hear this kind of talk in any other kind of podcast, I promise you, because they're trying to sell you somebody's book or somebody's report, somebody's something, because that's what makes the money. Because honestly, advertisers aren't paying shit these days because we're in a quote-unquote recession. The only thing that's receding is the money they're paying out, to be honest. Let's be honest. Anyway, I have a lot of Chihuahua friends, so I don't want to continue the Chihuahua talk. But we got a couple of articles on here, and they're basically gonna repeat what I'm saying from official channels. The other thing is that Artemis 1, the Orion capsule, splashed down. I was really hoping for a nice explosion. Something really, really fantastic, something just end this thing right. But no. We got the same old, we launched it, the bitch came back, it landed, splashed out in the water. Yay, applause for NASA. You did it again. It wasn't enough to go one time to the fucking moon. You just did it again. At this time, You had fancier equipment and a bunch of dummies riding in the capsule. Because this time, you didn't give a shit. There was no Russian space race. So you said, fuck it. We're just going to put dummies in there. We're not going to put people in there to, have them die of cancer later on. We're not going to endanger the monkey. No. This time we're going to put dummies. Okay, get readings. Because the first time around, during the Apollo missions, we spent so much time that we forgot to fucking put an instrument up there to take readings about what the people are going to experience. Get the fuck out of here. This is why conspiracies occur. This is why people just don't believe in stuff anymore. Because it's like we forgot the Apollo missions. We didn't record anything. Hell, we don't even got video anymore. Who the fuck was on the moon? Nobody knows. I'm just saying. Anyway, we're going to get this thing started. We got these articles to talk about, and we'll see what happens with this Artemis situation, and especially SpaceX. For the fuck's sake, Twitter has taken over Elon's life. And I know they're testing the big silver phallus down in Boca Chica, but it's not enough. It's not enough. You need to shoot off your rocket. I know it's not red, it's silver, but still. Make a show of it. Please. Please. Check this out.
Come over. Don't fight how you really feel. Come closer to me. I'll give you something to believe in. Come over. Don't fight how you really feel. Come closer, please. I'll give you something to believe in. All I really need's a little motivation to pull you from the other side. What I need to show you is my obligation. How much longer can you hide? You can try and push away from me. You kick and scream, you're begging, please. But once you get a little taste of freedom, you wanna get up off your knees. Come over. Come over. Don't fight how you really feel. Come closer to me. I'll give you something to believe in. Come over. Come over. Don't fight how you really feel. Come closer, please. I'll give you something to believe in. I'm waiting here for you in a crowded station. You are still nowhere in sight. Something must have gotten lost in translation. The day is turning into night. You can try and stay away from me. You kick and scream, you're begging, please. But once you get a little taste of freedom, you'll need to get up off your knees. Come over. Come over. Don't fight how you really feel. Come closer to me.
me just say this. Since I brought up Twitter and I brought up Elon Musk, I was reading an article. Of course, it's not related to UFOs, space news, or whatever. But it's Elon, so it's all related in some way, right? And Neuralink. So, he's got this thing, right, where he's going to stick these chips in people's brains and they can make phone calls out their penises. That's what he's doing. Literally, that's what he's thinking about doing. Or, through your thumb. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work, right? But anyway, apparently people at the Neuralink Society of Endangered Animals, they're pissed off because about 1,500 animals have died in the tests, the trials for this Neuralink thing. I don't understand people. Like, would you rather we attach it to babies? Would you rather we get a bunch of homeless people and attach a Neuralink to them? Would that be easier? Would you forgive now the fact that 1,500 rats died? I don't understand. I don't understand how you make this connection. Why is it such a bad thing? I mean, we're human. Now, if these guys would be happier if we attach it to people, I don't understand. You have to have a fucking brain. We can't attach this shit to an amoeba. It's got to be an animal of some kind. I understand all the PETA people are going to write me now, but still, just understand that if it's a Neuralink, you need something that has a fucking brain that can receive a message that you can observe. So other than humans, what else you going to do? Well, let's attach it to whales. Well, fuck, we can't do that either. You just can't win with people sometimes. You really can't. I'm just saying. Anyway, that did go on a tangent. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, children. Anyway, so the Wall Street Journal had this thing, this article last week, and I was gonna talk about this article, and it was I think it was last Sunday. It's titled "The UFO Bubble Goes Pop." Come on, stop fucking around. We all knew this is the way it was going to go down, and they opened the article saying, "Call it the build up to a letdown." Yeah. It was a letdown. But you should have expected it. There is no way that your government is going to admit that there's a lot of unknown phenomena flying all over the fucking air all the time, whenever the hell it wants to. And then it's going to say it's alien. Because, alien is different from Putin dancing because he's got the mercenary of death, back in his camp. I got rid of Brittany Griner, so hey, time to do a little hoedown down in Russia because we got the number one arms dealer back. No, it's different when you think it's somebody like Putin or Kim Jong-un, and then it turns out to be some, alien master race that travels the universe, that have ships the size of the moon. That's a little different. So something's going on. Let's be honest. Is this a cover-up? Wall Street Journal says not only is this a cover-up, not only is this disinformation, but this might have been planned quite a while back. What really gets me about this whole situation with the UFO stuff that happened, thanks to the New York Times and all those other folks way back when, about almost 4 years ago now. What really gets me is that we had a credible story, right? A lot of people will stand by Lieutenant Commander Fravor's story and the other three individuals and those two F-18 Hornets. They stand by the individuals who were in the flotilla for the USS Patricia, and the fact that that flotilla was using the most advanced radar system available at the time of the Tic Tac incident. That's what they had. That's what they were out there training and using. And then this article comes out and says that what these guys, what the Navy pilots were seeing, are now being explained as illusions. When the fuck does David Copperfield fly planes for China? I don't understand this. How did all these experienced Navy pilots, how did a whole fucking flotilla of several U.S. Navy ships, how did all these systems all have a fucking illusion that day? How do you explain that? How do you fucking explain a FLIR system on the F-18 Hornet having an illusion? How do you explain the fact that you had the most advanced radar sitting on the water on a U.S. Navy ship also having a fucking illusion? And I think people buy this shit. They literally believe that this is what's happening. They're going on to say that they weren't going at super high speed. They weren't doing maneuvers that have never been witnessed by human eyes before. They were all commonplace Chinese surveillance drones doing their thing. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I mean, for real. I don't understand this. How the hell did all these people... Are you really telling me that everyone that was on the water that day off the coast of California was enlisted dickwads who had no idea that a conventional drone was flying around them? They didn't see the Chinese symbols on it. Come on. The first thing I got to say is this. Who the fuck in the government has the nads to literally call out all these enlisted people and just say that they're all fucking assholes, blind as fuck, and they don't know what they're looking at? Like, they literally pass all the training videos, right? They say, oh, this is a Chinese and this is Korean. We'll skip that. We'll never see one of those. Literally, like, all these folks, enlisted men and women, skipped all that shit and all the training videos, and then all of a sudden they get caught by surprise and they're like aliens. No, it's Chinese delivery drones. That's what they are. Crazy. Completely nuts. I don't understand this. And then the fact that people believe that this is what's really going on, it's even worse. The fact that people will eat this information up and say, see, tell you, it's all crazy. They don't exist. I can understand saying that there's no aliens. I can understand saying that the UFO phenomena is terrestrial. But don't say that all these people had fucking illusions. Literally. That makes no sense. Why would you shit on your own military just to prove a point? It's ridiculous. The one thing about this article is that it goes all the way back to a former Obama administration CIA chief who said, John Brennan, by the way, who said that that the evidence indicated some type of phenomena that constitutes a different form of life. So you have someone who was a former CIA chief who looked at some shit. 2 years ago, he went on a podcast and said, yeah, this is another life form, dude. Yeah. It's different. Yeah. What they're saying now is that him being out there making this statement, making the rounds, talking about this being aliens, is part of a disinformation campaign, and that him and his colleagues knew right from the word go that it was all a lie. It was all a cover-up for Chinese drones. It was all a cover-up to lead ufologists, people who believe in the topic, people who have been caught in the tidal wave, thanks to the Stars Academy and those videos that were released, to keep them thinking that there was something out there, but there wasn't. It was just Chinese delivery drones delivering some wonton, egg foo young poo poo platter to folks off the coast of California. They just happened to, fly over a flotilla and then decided to go, head on with a couple of F-18s. It's a sad state of affairs. The link for this article where the Wall Street Journal goes, I don't even know what the fuck they're trying to say, to be honest. I feel like they're trying to say altogether is that this is bullshit. And that's all disinformation and they all lied about it to cover something up. But, you know, it's bullshit on both ends, to be honest. But the link is in the description. I think if you click on it more than twice, them bitches are going to try to get you to subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. So click one time and read the shit and just get out. Just read it all one time. Copy, paste, I don't know. Paste it to a Word document. That way, you know, you don't have to pay for a subscription. They'll probably ban me from now on from looking at their articles. But, you know, that's what it is. We've been screwed again. We'll see. We'll see what goes down next year. Because, I mean, this year, it's all fucked. We didn't get it. I mean, we didn't even get to go into the mountain in the desert with that one lady. What the hell was her name? I forgot her name. You know, they had the whole aliens in the middle of the desert waiting for her to go back so that she can give us a message. The message really was go fuck yourself and go order Chinese food from the drones. Ridiculous. That's all it was. Check this out.
Shitty train, I got no sun, there's only rain. I wanna crash and numb this pain. Nothing will last inside this lane. Oh, take me far away past these mediocre days. I need to stop this burn. Say, can you help me unlearn? This rodeo's got me feeling like a so I should go before I'm a oh no. This rodeo's got me looking like a bad girl. I should go before I'm a no. Forbidden fruit, it's not always right. Make way for change. Oh, shitty train, I know for certain I'm insane. Nothing can live here. The mud is so deep, I can't see. Now take me to another country, let me start over. Oh, I long for green hills, windmills, and four-leaf clover. This rodeo's got me feeling like so I should go before I'm a oh no. This rodeo's got me looking like a bad girl. I should go before I'm a no. Forbidden fruit, oh, it's not always right. Make way for change. Make way for change. This rodeo's got me feeling like so I should go before I'm a oh no. This rodeo's got me looking like a bad girl. I should go before I'm a
We have an article here. Sorry, I'm reading the comments in the live chat. If you want to join the podcast live, you got to go to Spreaker.com and sign up for notifications. That way you know I'm on live, and then go from there. But hopefully, at least by the end of February, those notifications will come from YouTube. Fingers crossed. That's the way it's going to turn out. I don't know. Anyway, former CIA agent shares Area 51 confession on his deathbed. Who does this? Why does this happen? If you're a former CIA agent, that means you're retired, maybe like in your, 60s maybe? Why you wait till you're 77 to have a deathbed confession? Just get it out now. Just get it out. Stop holding on to these things. This is what gives you high blood pressure. This is what gives you, untold visits to the doctor all the time, spending all your money because you're holding this in. Just let it go. This CIA agent apparently got secrets from Groom Lake, Area 51, down in Nevada. And he took part of a documentary that was filmed by Jeremy Corbell. And he had an anonymous interview. I love anonymous interviews because you have no idea who the fuck you're talking. You could have someone from McDonald's saying that they went to Area 51 and had alien experience, saw wonderful arch-shaped ships flying, and they had like clowns in it, Hamburglers, the grimaces. The thing is that the folks that how do you confirm someone was a former CIA agent, then film it and put it out there for the world to see and believe when you don't even know who it is? And then if it's someone that people love to hate, like Jeremy Corbell, I mean, a lot of people just don't like him. Then where's the credibility in that? There is none, because you can't. You can't get past the person who made the film. And you sure as hell don't give a shit about the person in the silhouette. But this researcher apparently explained to another person that a lot of people don't like in ufology, Richard Dolan, that he was speaking at great risk. Fuck, you're on your deathbed. What more risk is there for you? If you're on your deathbed, your risk is done. Totally. I mean, your risk right now is living, to be honest. If it's your deathbed, the only risk you have is staying alive so then they can kill you because you're about to die anyway. He was telling this dude, Dolan, that he was speaking at great risk. He didn't want to use his name. He wanted to keep his secret. He was dying because his kidneys were failing. So he said, fuck it, I'm just going to tell people. He worked for the CIA for 3 years, 1957 to 1960. His job, get this, talk about a sweet job. His job was to analyze evidence of extraterrestrial beings. Well, fuck, there aren't any. I mean, this guy cruised for 3 years not doing a damn thing. He got paid for analyzing zilch, nada, Chinese takeout. That's what he analyzed for like 3 fucking years down at Groom Lake. I mean, according to things the way they are right now, right? He says he was transported over to Area 51 to look at an array of UFOs that had been discovered by the U.S. military, including the famous flying saucer, which allegedly, supposedly, maybe at one time, we don't know, crashed at Roswell in 1947. According to this agent, Eisenhower, former president, R.I.P., he was concerned about the threat to humanity by these extraterrestrial beings. So he sent a bunch of agents to Area 51 to get info and kind of report back to him. I guess he was one of them. I don't know. Here's 2 problems with this story. Number one, they have this picture of this old guy, and he's got like a oxygen mask and stuff like that. I swear this story came out like 10, 15 years ago. I even remember coming across this with Big O during UFO Buster Radio days. The problem is that it doesn't do shit for anyone. Your deathbed confession, calling out the president who's dead. I mean, we can't even go back to Eisenhower anymore, can we? with Richard Dolan, who cares? I mean, he left us zero, nothing. I mean, I'm going to die eventually, and I'm going to say I was at Area 51. I mean, I almost was. And I'm going to say that when myself and the Norm went to the gate, we both got abducted, and we were working on phallus-shaped UFOs, right? And all the aliens look like vaginas. Why not? Who's going to know the truth? I'll have a silhouette. I'll say that I used to work for the FBI and CIA and former presidents. And it's all good. This is the problem with these stories. So, of course, the guy is dead, right? And again, don't do a deathbed confession if you're not going to die. Because then you got problems. That's all I'm saying. But, the story just doesn't go anywhere. You're basically getting a story from someone who says he was there and all this other good stuff. You know what I've been seeing lately is that we're trying to rehash the Roswell incident. So as an answer to disinformation from the government, we're trying to go all the way back to the 40s in order to say, hey, this is really where, let's go back to here. Come on, let's go back. Let's go back down memory lane. And let's walk back here and talk about Eisenhower. Let's talk about Roswell. As a matter of fact, what's been going around lately on the internet, on the UFO talk outlets, is Jackie Gleason. People keep talking about Jackie Gleason and Eisenhower going over to a base to look at UFOs. They both got drunk as hell, and they decided, hey, let me bring out my big stick. I got UFOs. Let's go over and look at them. And apparently Jackie Gleason turned around, that he was so shocked by this that he built a UFO house in the shape of the UFOs that he saw at Wright-Patterson Air Force Field. Who makes this kind of stuff up? I don't know. I don't understand. Is there truth to this? They say there's truth to a lot of things. Is it possible that Jackie Gleason was taken to Wright Field to where he saw UFOs and he was so shocked by it, he built a fucking house? It looked just like it. Oh, a Green Man says it was Nixon. I don't know. Well, it was Nixon. Fuck, it's all crooked. It's all lies. But that is a crazy story in and of itself. Maybe we should explore that as well. But in any case, the story gets a little crazier, especially when it comes to Gleason's ex-wife and whether or not she told anyone and whether or not she sold the story to someone after he told her. And I guess their relationship was on the fritz anyway. It gets crazy. But these stories all lead nowhere. Thousands and thousands of stories like this during that time in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and so on. And we have no concrete evidence. But deathbed confessions are apparently cool to make it into your, make it inside of your documentary. So who knows? Check out the article. Maybe even check out the film. I don't even have the name of the fucking film in here. That was part of Jeremy Corbell's situation. But it is what it is, right? I mean, the guy is dead. It's not going to help us now. I mean, way to go, buddy. Way to go. You checked out before we can even get the true story of what really happened. Check this out. I love when news outlets, they take like stories about crime and and they combine them with UFO stories in order to get more readership. Because they know right now the UFO topic is hot. Kind of, right? It's going to cool down now that we have this information thrown into the conversation. But here's a story about a guy out of Fayetteville who believed that a UFO had saved him. It's a tragic story, to be honest. Hold on, I need to, my throat's a little dry already. Syracuse, New York, December 7th, he was convicted of lying to the FAA following a two-day jury trial. 71-year-old Noah Felice? I don't know how the fuck you say his name. He was convicted by the district court because they found that there's plenty of evidence that he lied to the FAA. After, on his application, he said he did not have a criminal history. But that was not the case. Not only did he have a criminal background, but he had 4 prior misdemeanors, which were convictions. 2 of those 4 prior misdemeanors had to do with lying on state forms. I mean, what do? You chop off his hands, make sure he don't fill no more fucking forms anymore? Now, how is this connected to UFOs? Well, let me tell you. Mr. Felice, let's just call him fucking Noah. Noah was in a 2008 episode of the History Channel's UFO Hunters. He firmly believed that he was saved by a USO. And not only that he was dead for 15 to 20 minutes before his body was found. Now, there's a dark part to the story. I don't understand why the rest of the story wasn't fucking investigated. Why are we worried about damn forums? It makes no sense. But Noah was flying his plane with his cousin, Mark Anthony Felice, off the coast of Catalina Island. Tic-tac, anyone? He says that he survived, but his cousin was pronounced dead. In the episode, he said that just below the surface, there was what appeared to be a USO that engulfed the entire plane in a bright light. His controls were frozen, and he couldn't do anything. He says the plane crashed near the island. And so, the guys at UFO Hunters, they went out. Got scuba divers to try to figure out what the hell happened. They never found the plane. but his cousin is dead. There was a USO. He felt that this USO had saved him. Kind of sounds like the USO kind of was the issue that they had. But again, in Catalina Islands, not exactly a place not known for UFOs, right? We've had lots of issues off the Catalina Island. But then he doesn't get caught for this, right? What if he threw his cousin the fuck off the plane? What if he jumped off the plane and left his cousin dead in the airplane and just continued to fly for a few 10, 20 miles? What if he ditched his cousin somewhere? We're not going to know that. But for damn sure, he lied on the damn form so he could throw his ass in prison. Crazy. This is what they got him for. But, it just gets me how they take these stories where people commit crimes or they do something crazy. Like that one guy a few years ago that was drugging people and making them think they were being abducted by aliens just so he can have his way with them. That made it into a story, and it was, a UFO crazy guy. Well, here's another one. A UFO murderer and liar. I don't know if he killed his cousin. I don't know. It kind of fits the bill now. That's probably what the article was trying to say. But he was a star in 2008 on the UFO Hunter show on the History Channel. And now he is convicted and is about to face anywhere from 5 years of imprisonment, up to 5 years, and a fine of $250,000. He could have supervised release in about 3 years. I mean, I guess, being a UFO experiencer doesn't exactly make you a saint. So there you go. Check out the link in the description. I just had to bring that up because I hate when they do that. You can't connect the two. Being an experiencer doesn't make you a criminal, and being a criminal doesn't make you someone that got probed. You might get probed eventually, but it doesn't mean that you got probed by any extraterrestrial aliens. The link is in the description. We got one more to go. Here's my tribute to Sleepy Joe for getting Brittany Griner back.
Get up, stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face. Start my day. Wake up, get up, stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face. Throw my clothes on, start my day. Wake up, I can smell the smoke from the bacon. Let's go, see the sun shining from the windows. Okay, I know that today'll be a good day. Okay, I know that today'll be a good day. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Drink some water, brush my teeth. Get out of bed and I stretch. Bed in my hair is a mess. Look through my clothes for a fit. Anything I do is drip. Feel like a kid when I'm tick-tocking. I still keep it real as it is. I show my age, I don't switch often. I'm just as a dad as it gets. Try taking naps with my kids talking. I'm guessing this life how it is. And I can't wait for the weekend. Keep jammies on like I'm a kid. Wake up, get up, stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face. Throw my clothes on, start my day. Wake up, I can smell the smoke from the bacon. Let's go, see the sun shining from the windows. Okay, I know that today'll be a good day. Okay, I know that today'll be a good day. Feel good, feel great, can't complain. Look out my window, see birds and planes. Sun's out, some clouds, it might rain. Siblings on my nerves again. Summertime, go for a swim. Wintertime, go grab a sled. Spring, I might need an umbrella. Fall back in school with my friends. Attitude change like the weather. My mom tell me it never ends. Like clocks, we evolve in a circle. Every 12 months we do it again. Wake up, get up, stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face. Throw my clothes on, start my day. Wake up, get up, stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face. Throw my clothes on, start my day.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
It kind of helps if I don't have the mute button on when I'm doing a podcast, right? Trying to say stuff. The next article has to do with the British author out of the UK who says he has evidence that aliens exist on the moon. Now we had, was it 25 days of Artemis 1 broadcasting on NASA TV as it went to the dark side. You know, went around the moon a few times, took some videos using those damn cameras. I don't know if we're going to see how many of the folks at Pareidolia are going to pick up alien ships in those videos. I'm sure they literally are completely combing through those videos trying to find something. According to Simon Lewis out of the UK, they don't have to search far. As a matter of fact, you don't have to look at the Artemis Orion capsule photos. He's got a bunch of them. He's got 8,000 photos that were given to him by a former NASA employee that show that there's alien life on the moon. He says he even has a picture that shows a UFO-like object that had a close encounter with Apollo 11 in 1969. He wrote a book called The Two-Faced Moon, and some of these photos are on there. But he says these photos have never been seen. They were given to him at a chance meeting he had in 1994 with a former NASA employee. Now, whether or not he's going to give them to people, I don't know. Is he going to release them? Who knows? Again, maybe on his deathbed, he'll put it out there. Which at that point, no one gives a fuck. He said he visited this former NASA employee at his home. He took him into the study. We had thousands of books. When he got there, the former employee, handed him some NASA documents. He said he was told that the NASA astronauts did not just go to the moon to collect soil samples. They went to look at artifacts and structures. I mean, it's a perfect time, right, for him to talk about the moon now. But where are the 8,000 photos? Let's see those. Where are the objects? He says that in some of the photos, there were cigar-shaped objects that were sitting there on the moon. He said these are evidence of aliens on the moon, just there. And NASA knew about it. And NASA continues to hide information about alien life, not only in our solar system, but right here in our backyard. He says the photo with the cigar-shaped UFO was actually back from 1972. This is all great, but, again, where are the photos? Let's see the photos. Let's see how those photos can be authenticated as being actual photos from NASA. Again, it's kind of like the other story with the Deathbed confession. Shit's not going to help anybody. We need names. We need situations. We know where you got it from. Are these Polaroids? Did you did this former NASA employee just woke up with his Polaroid camera and take the picture of the instrument panel or documentation and actually sat there while he winded the picture, get it to dry up so you can see if you got a good shot? I don't know. But, while we have a major event in spaceflight, while the Artemis 1 and the Orion capsule are going around the moon, why not publish a little story about these fantastic photos you received? I don't know, it's hard not to confuse things that you see in images from such a long distance through the use of pareidolia, whether it's forced upon you or it just happened. Because, we all have a bit of pareidolia, right? But if you got 8,000 photos that are concrete evidence, and you're for damn sure know what you're looking at, you probably would have released them already. And at this rate, being called a kook is nothing. Look at our president. Look at the deals he makes. I'm sure people are calling him a kook anyway. If he can get away with it, you can show you 8,000 photos of alien life on our moon. Now, could that be happening? Like, if you were an intelligent life form, you're chilling out, watching stuff, abducting people, mutilating cattle, would you just chill on the moon? Yeah, these hairy apes, they can't get up here. They're not going to catch me. They're not going to see me. Why wouldn't I leave my ships on the moon? We're too dumb to notice. Hell, we're literally talking about UFOs and alien life in regards to Chinese delivery drones. I think it's a safe bet that if I was an advanced alien life form, I would definitely hide on the moon because I would not get caught. Literally. We fight with each other so much about the things we see, what we experience, and what's truth and what's not. I could definitely hide out on the moon and never get caught. Well, at least not by the people on the blue planet, that's for sure. So whether or not this guy has legitimate pictures, we'll see. You got to put your money where your mouth is in this topic. You got to release the pictures or just shut up and just disappear. Get to nothingness. Because it's not worth anything to anyone. That's it for today. That's the last article. The link is in the description as well. You want to check it out and read it. The only one that's going to give you a hard time is the Wall Street Journal because they want money. They want you to subscribe. So one click is all it takes. I thank you guys for listening. Peace out.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I don't give a giving you comfort. You say that I'm away so much that now you don't feel the way you felt when we were younger. But that's okay for me, 'cause I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 I don't give a damn.
Emotional damage.
At the start of a new beginning, time has come to refine yourself and let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters, doubters, and non-believers trying to bring you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will feel free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you are the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a I don't give a fuck. 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 It's time to start doing the right thing. So trust your instinct, stop listening to others, and own your decisions. People will always tell you what to do, and how to live. So let's create space for what matters most to you. You'll be glad you did. Now start claiming your time and your mental well-being by saying no more. No more. Say it loudly and proudly. In other words, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Weightlessness. Oh, Jesus.
Carmeline.
No description can equal this. Weightlessness.
This is nuts!
Oh, my God.
This is
Oh, wow. Oh, I'm telling you.
Holy hell.
Oh, my goodness me. Oh, wow. I can't believe this.